A very, very, very good afternoon to everyone out there. God bless you all, each and every one of my followers. I hope everyone's having a good day today. Welcome to my channel at South London Balsall Boys Towers. I've had a nice haircut, had a nice shower, spruced myself out, been to town and that. I've been jogging in the morning, so I'll keep myself nice and healthy, and that's because I ride a motocross bike, guys. But don't faint, the council. Do you remember a few months ago I uploaded a video, I uploaded some content onto my channel about our back fence what had fallen down in that last bit of like horrendous wind what we had. It was going back a few months ago, and I was trying to hold the fence up or prop the fence up while the hurricane was here, and it was an hard job. But yeah, all the fences fell down after that, and Mrs. put a report into the council about the fences being falling down because it's a communal area, and it's pretty important, to be honest with you. But yeah, they've left it right up until now, and they've just come and done it from all them months ago. They've just come and done it now. So I'll spin the camera around and show you. Here's our back fence, and because the old fence was so rotten, basically there's hundreds of different rocks on the bottom of the fence, and that was to keep the foxes out, because the foxes climb underneath the shed, underneath the fence, sorry. So what I've done, I've come out of a really, really good idea. Instead of throwing the rocks all away, I've made a nice little rookery for my missus, and it's just a little foundation for her to build on, and it gives her something to do, something to focus on when the weather changes, guys. This is just the foundation of the rookery. Here's the rookery. I've just started building it. As you can see all the old fire bricks up against the fence from before, from the old when the fence was up. But yeah, that's the rookery, guys, and here's my front room here. So basically we can see straight out onto there like that. So yeah, got all that going on, guys. Anyway, guys, I'll show you the progress of this rookery, man-made rookery, what I've done for my missus. As the time goes on, that she's going to put like little fairy lights around it, and maybe some gnomes, and you know, girly little bits. It's lovely, isn't it? And that's just outside her window. Let me spin. And belief. Anyway, today, guys, what I want to have a little chat to you guys about is what happened to me when I was 13 years of age, and I was living at home with my mum, my dad, which was my real dad at the time, not my stepdad, and my sister Angela. Pamela had only just moved out. So basically it's a bit of a sad story, guys, but you know, I like to get the truth out there. I don't like to sugarcoat anything like that, and I'll just tell you straight how it was, and how it's affecting me still today from the age of 13 when it first happened to me. So I was at home, you know, and I was a bit of a hyperactive young kid. I was a naughty kid, and that's proven and clear to see. And I did get chucked out of a lot of schools, and I was a bit of a troubled kid when I was growing up. Maybe that's because of I come from a broken home. My mum and dad had split up and things like that, and it had a knock-on effect to me. It's like a ripple effect, I'm not too sure. Anyway, this day in question, I'm at home. It was around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Me and my sister was both in our bedrooms upstairs, and at this time my dear mother was laid up in the Royal Marsden Hospital with breast cancer. She just had her left breast removed, and she was having therapy. So I was only 13 years of age when it happened, and yeah, our dad used to take us up to the Royal Marsden to visit mum. As many of you know on my channel, I was very close to my mum, and it broke me when my mum passed away later on in life. But anyway, getting back to the story. So my mum was in hospital. She did not have a clue what was going on at home, apart from what my dad was telling her, and obviously what me and Angela was telling her on the phone and when we used to visit her during the day. I do remember going up to visit my mum, and I'll know that my sister Pamela and my sister Angela will laugh when I hear this, that I learnt how to play snooker on a full-size snooker table at the Royal Marsden Hospital, and it was actually with a cancer patient. He was having chemotherapy and radiation at the time, and at the bottom of the hospital, as you walked in through reception, there was a full-size snooker table for the patients to use and visitors, and that's how I learnt how to play snooker, guys. Anyway, getting back to the story. So this afternoon, I'm at home. As I say, I'm not too sure of the time. Let's say it was a Thursday afternoon, just say 4 o'clock. I'm in my bedroom, my sister's in her bedroom and my dad's downstairs. All of a sudden, there's a knock on the front door. I had my music on in the bedroom, and because I've always loved music, and I used to have like the separates, all the Pioneer stuff and Technique 1210 decks and things like that. I was into mixing and scratching, and later on in life I actually become a good DJ and worked in quite a few pubs, clubs, raves, and actually held a few raves myself. But yeah, this day in question, guys, as I said, I didn't really hear a knock on the door, and I do recall that someone coming into the house. I just thought it was my dad's friends. I didn't look down the stairs or anything like that because I just couldn't be asked. Anyway, a few minutes passed and my dad come up to my room and not dragged me, but yeah, told me to come downstairs. I went downstairs into the front room and I see 3 guys. There was 1 policeman and two guys in white gowns or white overalls, like a doctor's outfit type of thing. And they sat me down, and my dad said that these doctors had come to take me to hospital I'm not too, I just really, up to this day now, even my sister Pamela and Angela, who I'm really close to, and they're actually on my channel, and they just live around the corner to me, they still don't know the answer why my dad had done this to me. But my dad had told these doctors that I was out of control, he couldn't handle me, and that I needed to be sectioned, and that was that. As far as I was concerned, I didn't have a clue what was going on. I obviously didn't want to go, and they manhandled me, literally manhandled me with my arms behind my back, and they threw me into a van. I didn't know where I was going, and I got into this establishment, and I remember going through reception, and I remember them telling me they wanted to give me a little injection in the cheeks of my bum and that it won't hurt, and I was fighting that. I didn't want to have that, and I was against that, but again, they manhandled me and literally pinned me to the floor. This is adults now in doctors. And yeah, they stuck whatever they needed to stick inside me, and it zombied me for 24 hours. The next day, I woke up to be on a ward, and on the ward was other patients, a lot of elderly patients, not many youngsters like myself, but there was a few on there, but not many. Yeah, as the days went on, I found out that this place was called Longgrove Hospital for the Mentally Insane, and Ronnie Kray was a patient in this hospital back in the day. If you check up on Google, you'll see that Ronnie was in there too. So yeah, I got sectioned by my dad. That was the story, and I stayed in here for a few days, maybe about 8 days or something like that. And over daytime they was getting me doing therapy work and going on to group work and course work with other youngsters in a classroom and things like that. And then we was going back onto the ward, and they was giving this medication, and we was allowed to walk on the ground, which was a lovely ground. It was in Epsom in Surrey. It was lovely, I remember it vividly. But I've got very deep scars from that place, because you know I was only a youngster, and when youngsters see things like that, it ruins, you know, them things never ever leave, and it gives you PTSD later on in life. And I believe this is why I've got PTSD down to this. So yeah, I found out it was Longgrove Hospital. One evening around 10 o'clock, I plotted a plan that I was going to escape out of here. It was around a week later, and run home. I wasn't too sure at this time whether my mum was at home or whether my dad was at home or who was at home. I just knew I had to get out of this place and I had to escape. So when all the lights went out and all got locked up, the ward got locked up, I went into the toilet and climbed out of the window and escaped. And the next thing I know, I'm running all around Epsom town centre with a pair of pyjamas on. It was around 4:30 in the morning, and I got to Epsom train station, which is the overground train station, around 5 o'clock or something like that. The trains wasn't running at that time. It wasn't late enough or early enough. So I hid underneath a table which was in the reception room and waited for the train to come. I got on the train and I got home, I knocked on the door, and to my surprise, my mum answered the door. So my mum had been released out of hospital, I think like the day before I escaped. And yeah, I went home. By the time I'd got home, my dad, which his name was Johnny Barnett, he had left again. My mum and dad had an argument and he had left. And thank God he'd left, because he tortured me and put me through so much stuff as a kid that it had a knock-on effect to me later on. But yeah, this is the story, guys. And then my mum obviously got in touch with the social services and the hospital, and they arranged to come and see me the next day, actually. And I remember my social worker coming around, and a doctor and a few other blokes, they come around and done an assessment with me at home indoors. And I got diagnosed with ADHD, and I was very hyperactive as a kid. But I certainly wasn't criminally insane for what my dad had me sectioned for. What an evil, horrible man. And I've never, ever, ever had anything to do with him all the way through my life. And he passed away a lonely, sad, old man on his own, miles and miles away from anyone, where he come from. He moved away to get away from everyone. But I'm going to leave this little story here, guys, because I'm going to do a part 2 of it. Sorry for going a little bit deep, but I do like to let people know my life stories and what I went through as a kid and why I am like I am today. And yeah, I am mentally strong today, and I'm physically strong because of what I've been through. And I believe that without that history, I wouldn't be the person what I am today. So have a great day, everyone. Peace.